my loves. How are you guys? Welcome to your Monday. It's the 10th of June. It's already the 10th of frickin' June. So much is going on. Like, I just feel, without compounding too much, because I do think I want this to percolate a little more so that I can create like a full kind of piece on this podcast style, potentially over on Patreon, where I would also like upload the visual here, of course, but it's just like, what is going on with social media? Like, are we done with it? Do you guys feel that? Do you feel the push to be done with it? I am like showing up more on here, and I'm really in pursuit of my joy around creating content, and I just don't feel like there's joy anymore on social media. It feels like there was already a fine kind of space where there could be joy, and I'm just kind of really questioning that right now. So we're doing that. I spent all weekend redoing my daughter's, well, essentially redoing my son's room. So he's 4 years old, 4.5, almost. He's gonna be 5 in the fall. Closer to 5 than 4, I guess, in that regard. And my daughter is like 15 months, and I spent the weekend like figuring out where she is going to sleep, because we didn't anticipate to have 2 kids in this house, like let alone 1 kid, let alone 2 kids kind of thing. So we're just rolling with the punches, and now it's like she's over a year old, and we're like, okay, she needs a room. I mean, you don't remember much from when you're a child, right? So I don't think she'll remember if she had a room or not, but for our lifestyle, that feels like that need is there. We've met the mark on that. So I feel like we're just cementing our lives with these 2 kids in it officially now, and kind of like creating sacred spaces for them within our house, spaces in our house. And we were actually going to convert this office and bring the office into like our master bedroom, and like we have 3 bedrooms. So like, a family of 4 and 3 bedrooms in 2024 is very, like, we're lucky, but also a lot of people who intend to have 2 or more kids typically have like, I think 4 bedrooms. I was talking to the caregiver at daycare today, though, and she was saying that she had 6 siblings and 5 of them slept in 1 room. And I was like, that's the way it should be, because what happened is when I started to think about my daughter, Faye, like sleeping in this space all alone, I was like, she's too young to be alone. And my son, who's 4 years old, was like, I can't wait to sleep with her, like in my room. I'm going to be so happy. So it's just like this, we're doing it right, like we're doing it right. So we went to IKEA, we got like them a proper dresser, we reorganized, and now we're in the like kind of building each of their sides of the room into something that feels magical. Obviously you're dealing with a baby and a child, like not even a baby and a toddler, just like a baby and a child. So anyways, it's really special. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying that. Just kind of like settling into this home. I've been in this home for 5 years, and it feels like we haven't really like, I don't know how to explain it. Just so much happened when we moved here. We found out we were pregnant the day we got the keys, and like, or that I was pregnant the day we got the keys, and then like we're gonna have a family, and then we had another kid, and then also the pandemic was in the middle of it. So it just feels like we've been like plot twist, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. It's a lot, so I feel like we're grounding. And in that regard, I am also like, hey, wait a second. Do I really want to be showing up on social media? And I'm questioning that a lot. So I'm going back to my YouTube roots, thinking more and more intentionally about this. I also love to write, and I write on Patreon, and I love writing on Patreon. I downloaded the Substack app though, and I have to say, I really love the Substack app. Is really lovely as a subscriber consumer. It's really great to like kind of read your favorite content creators stuff in there. So I do wish Patreon had like more of something like that. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at. The astrology of the week's really interesting. We've got a lot of healing. We've got a lot of healing on tap this week. First house card is here. So much healing happening for us this week, because you know, tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow, Mars and Pluto are going to square off. So Mars has just entered Taurus and it's going to square off with Pluto and Aquarius. And the planet that was just there to square off with it, was Venus and Mercury were just there doing their thing with Pluto recently. And it's like, let's just say that Mars squaring Pluto and then Chiron energy this week, where we also just have so much Aries energy in the mix because Chiron is in Aries and Mars rules Aries. It does feel like we're gonna have to deal with a thing. So the hunch that I'm getting here is that the mutable signs are up. But of course, we've got some fixed sign action in here because we have Leo in Aquarius. And so we have Pluto in Aquarius. So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. And Mars is in Taurus. You're on the docket. And then we've got some major Gemini stuff happening with 4 planets in Gemini right now. We've got the Sun, we've got Mercury, we've got Venus, and we've got Jupiter. And there's a nice situation forming between it's Venus and Neptune at the end of the week. They will be squaring each other at 29 degrees. This will be super interesting. So decisions. Let's see what we've got here. We've got the 7 of Cups for you guys this week. 7 of Cups. Okay, so you're gonna have a decision to make and it's going to feel emotional. It's going to feel emotional for you. I do think that, and this makes sense on the heels building up to that Venus square Neptune energy, it's not going to be the most grounded place that you're going to be coming to this decision from. So the pull is going to be more like, what do I want? What do I want? Versus like, you know what you want. You know what you want. Don't get decision fatigue. Do not get decision fatigue. But you are going to feel decision fatigue. The pull, the draw is going to be there, okay? We have this sense, like, I think the Sagittarius card here was a jump card, and it is reversed, and this card speaks to Jupiter, in my opinion, in Gemini. So I think we're just going to be, like, when you see this scenario together, it feels like we're just going to be a little... we're going to be running ourselves a little bit ragged. This week. The first house card is here too. So what that means is, guys, I mean, you know, and it makes sense that the 7 of Cups would be here with all of this like Gemini energy. And there's going to be what's called a Cazimi, which is when a planet is in a 1 degree orb of the sun. This is very opportunistic. You'll hear a lot of information online about that, about it being opportunistic. I don't disagree. The sun brings some really beautiful things, but in the big picture, it can feel what the cards are saying. Like there's a lot going on. So depending where you're coming from, going into this energy, you could feel a little bit more just the pull of that extra exhaustion. Can I get some information, please, on what the trine is with? Okay, let's see. Here we go. And then I'm just going to pull from this deck here and see if we can get a little more information on what we're going to be dealing with this week. I'm going to uncross my legs. I always have this like memo to uncross my legs. It's not very energetically welcoming. Okay, 5 of Cups is here. Growth. So, okay. Let's get one more. Do we feel like getting one more? Let's do one more. That one feels strong. Whoa. Okay, there we go. So we have the 12th house card here. Sorry for the glare. And trining. So this is like favorable-ish, but it depends. The 5 of Cups came up next, okay? So I feel like this is the trine. Listen, 5 of Cups here is growth. But a 5 of Cups isn't going to feel like it doesn't feel necessarily good. There's, you know, this sentiment. I think we're really, really, oh my God, huge chills. We're really in the sentiment of feeling stuck, guys. We're really in the sentiment of feeling stuck. And the knights just keep showing up, and they're here again. The Knight of Swords is here, which is like very much in that Mercury Gemini moment. We want to go forward. We want to go forward. We want it so badly, but we're just so focused on what we've lost recently, what hasn't come our way. There was like a celebration. This feels like it's on the heels of last week too, where we had a lot of 3 energy last week, and the celebrations were just a little bit amiss. So we're kind of lacking in our perspective a little bit. It feels this sentiment of like, what am I doing this for is still here. The 12th house card is a surrender card. This is a moment of leaning in to something that you can't see, touch, but you can feel it. You can feel it. Your third eye can see it. Your mind's eye can see it. 5 of Cups. Listen, I know it's hard, and I know you're focused on what was lost, but I think to get through this week, there is a massive invitation to heal. And in order to heal, we have to look at where we're being offered growth, where we're being offered something that we didn't expect. How comfortable or open, how open are you to dance with what was unexpected, to dance with something that just kind of maybe came into the equation and you didn't anticipate it, and maybe at first it felt a little bit like the way that it landed just didn't feel great. It just didn't feel, the focus on what it should have been is still there, and it's still simmering. We have to like release it. We have to let it go. You're here now. You're here now. So as a result of being here now, what can you focus on healing? What can you focus on letting go of? Because Mars square Pluto, like, it brings up something where we need to take an action step, and that action step is something we've got to like let go of. We've just got to cut the kibosh on it. So I know you want to take action. I know you feel defeated, but there's a lot coming your way. Look at these. There's still 2 cups behind you. There's still something plentiful that can offer you a feeling of fulfillment and success, and just something good that can really come your way. The only thing that you're responsible for doing, the only thing that you're responsible for doing through this is really just opening yourself up to opportunities that are around you, and being a little bit creative with what those opportunities could be as well, because they're just not what you thought, but that doesn't mean they're not great. So what fell through, and where are you staying kind of stuck around that? The invitation is going to be to heal around that this week. 5 of Cups is here again in this deck. 5 of Cups reversed. We're not looking at what needs to be addressed. Can't move forward if you don't look at what's being addressed. With the Ace of Materials, so the Ace of Pentacles, there is opportunity. There is opportunity. This card is asking you again to really look at the 2 cups behind you. You haven't lost it all. It's just that you had invested so much in your ego mind, in what could have been, in what the 3 cups should have been, that you're toiling over this. And you're feeling super unsuccessful, super stuck, super frustrated. Look at the horse in this picture. Strong, courageous, brave. Knows that there is still opportunity ahead. Knows that there is still an option to go in a direction that will, if you're open to it, be guided from your support system, like on the other side, from your angels, from just those who know what is really going to be good for you. The highest sense of peace in life comes from truly being in pursuit of not letting your mind trick you into believing what you think you need, or what you think you know you need. Just trust. This week is a week of trust. But don't forget also about that 7 of Cups that came up. Our minds are gonna be, we're gonna be options are gonna be coming at us, and we are gonna be very tempted this week. take care of yourself, don't let yourself get overexhausted through that, because that could definitely happen. So you just want to be really mindful of that. Hi. You just want to be mindful of not letting yourself get too tired or hyperfixating on like a lot of those options, you know? Less is more. Less is more. That's the path. That is the path. Less is more. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you're a fan of my content, please like and subscribe and share it with anyone you think would enjoy it as well. I love connecting with people. So please introduce yourself in the comments below. I would love to meet you. And let me know how this resonates for you. I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful week. There's a lot of opportunity to really just stretch ourselves in the discomfort of what we thought we wanted. The world, if you create something, if your mind is so invested in what you can create, you don't allow for like the magic to come in. I think life is really offering that right now. It's not all bad. There's still really good things around you. It really is. And, you know, I think the Mercury Cazimi too in Gemini, like allows you to sort of like that Mercury Sun conjunction. It's going to allow us to sort of explore opportunity through conversation. Maybe that's what like the 7 of Cups situation is. Like someone might plant a seed for something and you'll be like, that feels good, or that's interesting. Just don't let that distract you from what you know in your heart to be true. These revelations that you've been coming to, where you've had to pause, where things kind of halted after last week's challenges with Saturn. You've had to kind of look at a thing. Venus square Saturn, Sun square Saturn, if I'm not mistaken, was yesterday. No, the Sun square Saturn was yesterday. So we've had to really slow down. What breakthroughs have you had through the slowdown, through the disappointment, through the fear that you wouldn't have had otherwise, you know? Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great week.